If you guys have ever bought a molcajete and gone straight into salsa making, I regret to inform you, you have probably eaten rock. What's up everybody? Today I'm gonna show you how to cure your molcajete. Very, very simple process, but an essential one if you're gonna use this for years to come, but more importantly, if you're gonna make salsas out of this. So my friends at Masienda sent me this molcajete as a gift. They've been friends of mine for a long time. Man, this is a heavy guy. Oh yeah. So before we get going, I always like putting a towel down, and the towel's a nice move because it catches all that stuff and you don't scratch your cutting board. So we have two things. We have the molcajete itself and the tejolote. Pretty much, this is the Mexican mortar and pestle. Very, very ancient way of making salsas and using it as a grinder, making moles, although they probably use a metate for mole. And this is volcanic rock, also known as basalt. So we're gonna need a couple of things that most of you guys probably have in your house. We're gonna need a little rice, we're gonna need some garlic, and we're gonna need some salt. I've honestly seen people use beans. The idea is you just want something that's a food grade abrasive to get all the loose rock in there out and make your molcajete food grade. Let's get grinding. Let's get grinding. So we're gonna start off with some rice. I'm using long grain rice. It really doesn't matter what kind of rice you use. Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your tejolote here and smash this up and grind it around the sides. Honestly, this video is a lot of just elbow grease and me showing you how to do this. You know, this is a good point to practice your technique of how to do it. Some people grip it like this, some people grip it like this. It's really just preference. I like to grip mine kind of deep in my palm here and then use this as kind of an extension of my hand. And you get to mash up all your ingredients on the side of this molcajete. So you can see my tejolote here, it has like all that rice residue, but all up at the top here, it's a little bit still of that like uncured volcanic rock material. So at this point, I'll flip it and hit that other side with it as well. Because again, all this is gonna be touching salsa, so it's best to make sure any surface that touches the food is getting cured and kind of put through this process. You can see I'm just kind of taking my tejolote and getting all that loose rock on the outer edges, and on the tejolote, I'm getting it kind of in the bowl. You can already see like all this stuff is already getting smoothed out, and that's what you're basically doing. I'm sweating, okay? I'm sweating over here, I'm working. Okay, but this is for educational purposes. We have to know these things, all right? We're gonna do 3 rounds of the rice process and keep doing it until your rice turns pretty much white. So this is round 2 of rice in. And again, another like 10 minutes of grinding or however long it takes you. Make it like a family thing. If you have kids, you know, little child labor never hurt anybody. Anyway, I'll see you guys back when this is done. The last grind of rice is done. You can see the color on this last one it's closer to just rice color, but there's still some gray in there. So I'm gonna dump this out. I can't even see, I hope that went in. And we have our 3 grinds of rice like right here. And you can see each one. 1, 2, 3. And this is super dark, this is a little lighter, and this is almost white. There's gonna be people in the comments saying, oh, I have a blender, I have a food processor. Good, use them for sure. But they will never ever compare to the flavor that you get off of this. Why? Because what a blender does is it aerates the tomato or tomatillo, and air plus pectin equals jelly, pretty much. In here, you just get that texture that's so true. All the oils from the onion, the garlic, the tomato, mix and meld and make a delicious flavor. So before I get those people in the comments saying all that work it's worth it, especially if you're gonna pass this down to generation, which is what my mom did with this one here. I think it's worth it. I think it's big time worth it. Let's get this rinsed out, scrubbed out with a brush, and then we're gonna grind a couple more things. Let's go. Okay, we're back. So I've rinsed my molcajete after the 3 rice grinds, and now all that's left to do, as you can see, like the bowl is nice and clean. I can feel some rice granules in there. You can almost see them in there as well. But what the garlic's gonna do is gonna help do what the rice did to the rock in the first process. So we're gonna add garlic to this and a little bit of salt. You're gonna need more. You just want to create this like really abrasive, sticky paste that's gonna take out all the excess like rice bits that you have in there. So we're just gonna take our tejolote, and then this process is a lot quicker than the rice just because it's garlic and it's easier to mash up. And if at any point you need like more salt or more garlic, you can definitely, there's no recipe to this. It's just, you're just going by feel, a lot of it. This is looking great. It's looking definitely gray. Oh yeah, totally gray looking. I don't know if you can see this. Look how gray that is. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I know that I need to rinse this out, and then we're gonna repeat the process with the garlic and salt another time. All right, so back to the sink we go. Obviously this is a big effort and it takes a lot of time, but it's worth it because this thing will outlive a lot of us, and it's something that you can hand down from generation to generation like my mom did. And yeah, it's a cool thing to do or know how to do because I get a lot of questions on my Salsa 101 videos saying, hey, how do you cure a molcajete? But I still want to keep, you know, talking to you guys through these videos, and I think it's important to just, you know, learn different ways to do different things. You know, they call it YouTube University for a reason. I learned so much on this freaking app. All right, that's it. We're gonna rinse this out and your molcajete is ready for use. All right. Guys, that's it. As simple as that. We have our new molcajete cured and ready for use. Honestly, it's an indispensable tool in my kitchen. If you guys learned something today, make sure to like and subscribe if you can. And if you didn't learn anything, well, at least you know how to grind rice for a long time in a molcajete. If you guys want more info on this molcajete, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. Also, you're gonna need to make salsas in here. So head over to my blog, also linked below. Got 15+ recipes of salsa that you can make in your molcajete, and I hope you guys like them. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.